Hey guys, this is the Anythingers podcast with your host, Glass Bass and Casey Q, where we discuss, anything.
Hey guys, we're back with another podcast. I'm your girl, Kelsey Q.
And I'm here, Glass Bass at your service.
Damn, son, we're back and we're here to talk about our new topic, which is Disney.
We're talking about in the land of princesses and mouse and ducks and adventures, of course. Yes, Disney has anything to do with Marvel, but yeah. Which kind of
everything, because Disney now owns freaking Star Wars. It owns Marvel, right?
Technically, they count because Disney owns it. Disney's a much bigger company than we take for granted.
Disney owns fucking everything in the world. Almost. Disney is a huge corporation, and they own about half of the shit in the world. They're mega rich. They're making mega bank, and everybody loves them. Not everybody, but I love them because I grew up with them. And if you did not grow up with them, if you weren't like a Disney freaking fanatic like I was, then you suck. But
That's not fair. What about other kids who didn't grow up with Disney? They were never in a system.
I'm sorry if you didn't grow up with Disney like I did, or like anybody else who did grow up with Disney. You kind of suck because Disney was the highlight of my childhood. Like I looked forward to popping a Mulan like cassette VHS tape into my VHS player and watching it because I love Mulan and I watched that shit like 130 times a week. Like it was like my favorite Disney movie ever. And like I'm sorry if you just didn't grow up with Disney. It sucks. You suck.
I know, but we all.
If you didn't grow up in the 90s, if you grew up in a later era, then that's cool. But if you actually grew up in a later era and you like went back and you kind of like went back to see all the cool like freaking Disney movies that were coming out in like the late 90s and the early 90s and the late 80s, then you were cool. But if you didn't, you suck. Because Disney Channel doesn't count. Because Disney Channel, since we're on the topic of Disney, we're talking everything Disney. So Disney Channel does count because it is a sect of Disney. Not as great as they were, but they're still around. But they still suck. Like,
Did
mega balls.
anyone even watch like the Disney Channel on cable?
No, nobody. I haven't heard anything from. Okay. I don't hear any of my friends. Well, we're all adults. So it's kind of weird for a bunch of 20-somethings to be watching Disney Channel when the attendant demographic for Disney Channel is like,
I don't know, bro.
Freaking
Have you seen Hannah
like
Montana?
preschoolers up until like no. Hannah Montana was a shit, but we're not. I'm getting to that. Fuck. Let me talk. Okay, the intended demographic of Disney Channel was like little tyke, like preschooler age, which I was watching. Like I wasn't watching Disney Channel in preschool. I don't even think it existed when it was in preschool, but I was watching it like from like probably second grade all the way up until like I was at least 14 or something like that. So it's all the way up to like your good teen years because it has like content that's reachable for all ages and different demographics and shit. But if you're still watching Disney Channel now, stop. Because there's nothing on there that is, number one, there's nothing on there that has substance. It's just all just a bunch of social, like there's talking dogs. I'm not bashing on talking dogs, but low key, I hated Air Bud. But like, there's this Disney Channel just kind of sucks now. And it sucked for a really long time. And that's why I stopped watching it.
Come to think of it, Disney was like maybe the king of cartoons for some time, but then when I grew up,
I don't think they're the king of cartoons. I think Nickelodeon is the king of cartoons.
I would
hands down.
I would say Cartoon Network. I would say Nickelodeon. I wasn't
They're
kidding.
both great places to watch like some actual good fucking cartoons back in the 90s. Now, I don't know because I'm not watching Nickelodeon. I'm not really watching Cartoon Network that often either. Like I'm watching like real adult shit. I'm watching shit about murderers and people getting slaughtered. That's what I'm watching. But like
That's horrific. What makes you watch such horrible, horrific things? You horrific thing.
I'm just watching more adult content, more suited to my adultness, and very like much like a lot of horror movies and shit. I've been finding myself watching more horror movies because I just love horror movies. I just can't get enough of them. They're so great.
You can
But
watch,
anyway,
yeah,
back on the
yeah, yeah. You can watch horror movies, but you won't play horror games. Horror.
but back on this. But that's another discussion. This is Disney. We're not talking about horror. Okay, that's another discussion for another day. If you guys want us to talk about that, then we can in another episode, but not today.
We will move on.
But like I was saying, like Disney, like not Disney, like Nickelodeon and like Cartoon Network was the places that you wanted to go to watch like really good cartoons with more content. Like they had more cartoons. Disney Channel kind of had more like live action kind of shows, more stuff like that. So they had like That's a Raven, and they had like Lizzie no typing. Didn't we say no typing during the podcast? Absolutely no typing.
It can
Absolutely
be
no typing. I don't care. I'm trying to talk and I cannot. I can't focus while I can't like actually focus on the podcast while you're typing. So no typing.
My keyboard
Whatever, whoever, and whatever you're looking at, it can wait. It's the internet. It's not going away. So just leave it alone. It's there. Anyway, before you were interrupted me, like I lost my train of thought. Like I don't know what I was talking about.
We were talking about. Let's not talk about horror. We have to move on to other things, like more Disney focus, so to speak. We were talking about like Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network.
Oh yeah, so I was like, Disney Channel was like more like with live action kind of shit, like That's a Raven and Lizzie McGuire and all that shit. Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network kind of did it. Mute your phone.
Yeah, I mean the only thing I really remember watching on
But
Disney,
yeah, like
Disney
but
Channel
they
was
were.
like Hannah Montana, like I said before, and
Did you even watch Disney Channel?
to be honest, no. I mean, it's one
Because
thing.
like you bring up Hannah Montana like all the time.
Was it Kim Possible? Wait, I forgot if Kim Possible was that.
Kim Possible was a Disney Channel show.
Okay, then I do remember watching Kim Possible. Fine, that show it looked like it came from Cartoon Network, but it's not, so it's fine. Yeah, that's one.
It looked like every cartoon. It didn't look like it was mainly manufactured in one company or whatever. They look like a really cool cartoon.
Yeah,
I mean,
was
like,
thinking. Yeah, I was thinking like, okay, that's one.
I just think that Disney Channel had a heyday when I was growing up with these really good cartoons that had a really great story, like Kim Possible. Like nowadays, if I did not know about Kim Possible, like if I never watched Kim Possible and I watched it right now, I would not say, "Oh, that's a Disney show." I wouldn't know. I wouldn't assume that it was from Disney. I would have thought it was like from Nickelodeon or some like WB or some web series. I don't know. But like it was from Disney, and like Disney made shows like that were just like fucking amazing. And then you get the Hannah Montana.
Seriously,
The freaking
God,
Hannah Montana.
What was that show even about? What
It was starring Miley Cyrus. So I'm going to tell you the general synopsis of the show. It was starring Miley Cyrus and Billy Ray Cyrus. If you don't know Billy Ray Cyrus, he was an achy breaky heart guy.
Miley Cyrus is
and he is also.
I only remember Miley Cyrus because she twerks. That's all.
But anyway, like I was saying, it was starring Miley Cyrus and her actual real life father, Billy Ray Cyrus. And of course, he played the dad on the show. And Miley was playing this girl. I don't remember her name. I think it was Hannah. Yeah, I think it was Hannah something. And she had this alter ego, Hannah Montana. She was a giant pop star, and she made a lot of albums, and she was like rich, and like everybody loved her. And then she had her two best friends, Lily and fuck. I
And this gets more complicated, doesn't it?
But like it was like so great when it was like first starting off. Like I was just like, oh man, I love her. You know, I listened to all her songs. Like I was really into Hannah Montana. I think we all had that stage where we're like, holy fuck, Hannah Montana's so cool. And then I stopped watching Disney Channel, and then like maybe 3 years into the show, like it started getting really like, I don't know, like some stuff happened, and I was just like, what? And I just stopped watching because I was uninterested in whatever was happening in Hannah Montana.
Could they even make anything notable on the Disney Channel these days?
Yeah, they made like memorable.
Yeah, anything we actually remember. Or
Yeah, like she made a shit ton of like Hannah Montana wasn't just Disney Channel. Everybody knew Hannah Montana. Like she was a pop star. She was doing shit. She was selling albums and shit. She had video games and fucking shit. Like she was very memorable person. That's why she's a meme. That's why people make fun of her. Hannah Montana was one of the elites on Disney Channel, I think. When she first came out. Like she was what kind of saved Disney Channel when it was starting to fall.
yeah, I have to agree with Hannah Montana. The fact that she basically saved Disney Channel. Yeah, I was like, how did she save the Disney Channel? I don't know. Just her pure meme power, just her pure whatever the show gave, it gave something.
It did something. And a lot of girls my age at that time that I was coming out really liked Hannah Montana. But moving on to like actual Disney movies, what were your favorites? What are your not favorites of Disney Channel? Or not Disney Channel, Disney movies.
You mean movies, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of them.
So what are your favorites? What are your not favorites?
If we're talking strictly 2D Disney movies,
it can be 2D, it can be 3D, I don't care. Any kind of Disney movie, whatever era it's from, your favorites, your not so favorites.
I would say if there's any Disney movie I actually bothered to remember in my brain, like at all. Wait a minute. Wait. We have a problem. There's a lot of 3D movies out there, right? What if I said Moana? Is that even Disney? I forgot if that wasn't Disney or not.
It is Disney.
Oh, that is Disney, right? Are we sure?
Wow. You All I have to say is wow, because Moana has been out for at least what, 2 or 3 years now, and you're saying, is it Disney?
It's hard to tell. There's so many 3D animation coming out.
Are you serious? It's a Disney movie. It's always been a fucking Disney movie. When it was first announced, Disney movie.
I had a brain fart because when it comes to 3D,
no, it's DreamWorks. What else would it be?
I had a brain fart. I'm sorry. There's like Sony Animation Studio. There's Illumination Studio. There's Disney Studio. It's hard for me to tell who makes what sometimes. I swear. But fine, Moana is.
I know,
Disney.
but Moana is so Disney-esque that like you can't. You honestly looking at it, you can't even. It's there's so many freaking different like movie studios like those that you just mentioned, but like obviously just looking at it, I can tell that it's already Disney. It has the Disney stamp of motherfucking approval right on its forehead. It is Disney to the goddamn core in everything it does and how it moves and how it sings. It is Disney all the way.
So
But
tell
you did
me,
mention Moana. Would you say that it's your favorite? Because you said Moana. Is it your favorite Disney movie, or are you just kind of throwing it out there? Because I feel like you're just throwing it out there.
I've got to really. How about you take the charge here? And when I really use my thinking time, and I'll figure out what was actually my favorite Disney movie. Yeah, that'd be a better idea. You first, ladies first.
Wow, you're not a true Disney fan if you can't come up on the top of your head with your favorite Disney movies. You're not a true Disney fan. You're trash. If you cannot come up with your favorite Disney freaking movie off the top of your motherfucking head, you're not a real true Disney fan. Because I can name all the fucking Disney movies right now off the top of my head that I fucking love, okay? And I would beat you. But this isn't one of our debates, so I'm not gonna do that. But I would say that my favorite one from my childhood would be the Little Mermaid. That was my shit. I love the Little Mermaid. God, I know every song, everything. Like I fucking love the Little Mermaid. It was one of my favorite movies. I always cried. And it was just a great thing. I loved it. It was one of my favorite Disney movies. My second favorite Disney movie was Mulan. So like Mulan and the Little Mermaid they're very like close contenders. Like they're very like, if they were battling, I would say that they're a tie in how much I love them. I love them both equally. I love Mulan because it was like very complex and it was very serious, and like it was also very like goofy, like whatever. And then like the Little Mermaid was just like, it also was really serious and had its goofy moments, and it was just like it was just so lovable, and I fucking loved it. And then my third favorite one was Toy Story. Everybody loves Toy Story. If you don't know about Toy Story, fuck you. Like Toy Story was my shit. It wasn't my favorite. It was just like, it's probably like my third or fourth list, like on my favorite Disney movies. When Lilo and Stitch came out, that became my favorite, like forever. I love Lilo and Stitch. I have an actually great story with Lilo and Stitch. Like I have great fond memories of Lilo and Stitch. When it first premiered, I went to the premiere and it was showing at the El Capitan in Hollywood, and they would do this thing where like you'd go and see it you go see it like a normal movie, and then after that they kind of take you behind stage, and like you get to do all these like cool like activities. You get to like make a lei, and you have hula dancers, and you get like a free hula skirt, and it was like really interactive and like really cool. And like that was like my experience with the freaking Lilo and Stitch thing. Same with the Lion King, where I had the same experience where I went to, I don't think it was El Capitan, but it was some theater in Hollywood where me and my family went, and I went to go see the Lion King play. You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. That was quite a random line.
I'm not done. I'm not done. I am still not done, bitch.
God help us all. God help our audience. God help our audience, or anyone listening to this. God help us all. Go on.
So after that, like, I went to go to the Lion King. We went to get a play when I was a kid. But, as a kid, I didn't really, what's it called? I didn't appreciate it as much as I did when I got older and saw it. So, like, I saw it again when I was in college, and I was just blown away by how beautiful it was. Scar was meh, but I was just like, this is fucking beautiful. How did they do this? This must have took like millions and millions of dollars. This is the best play I've ever seen. Oh my God. It was a beautiful play. And like, I was so glad that me and my friends got to see it in San Francisco, because I think that was our last day, like actually in like San Francisco area, and then they were gonna go to like New York or some other place. But I was glad that we got to catch that, and I got to see it as an adult because now I can better appreciate it for its beauty and for how unsurmountable the characters are and just how memorable they are. They're just so great. I cried so much. Like I cried on parts where I wasn't really supposed to cry, but
You
it was great.
cried. You actually cried.
I cry in everything. Like knowing me, I'm very sensitive to things around me. I'm very emotional, and when I see something that's like heart wrenching and like on television, like I tend to almost shed a tear. It depends on what the sadness level is, but yeah. Um, Okay, so and then I also want to say that Brave and freaking Princess and the Frog were my other two. I did not like Tangled at all. I think Tangled is a. I'm gonna get to that.
What was wrong with that movie? It seemed harmless enough.
I loved Brave and I loved Princess and the Frog. I thought there were two great movies, like the two more like later Disney princesses movies. Like I love them. I love those two. I hated fucking Tangled. I don't like Tangled. I watched it and I was bored.
Wow.
I was so bored
What?
because like Disney has come so far where like the first couple of Disney movies you had princesses where they were so obsessed with finding a man, where they were so desperate to find a man, and they were just like, oh, someday my Prince Charming is gonna sweep me off my feet and I'm gonna go live in the castle, and you know, it was just bullshit. not that saying that old Disney princess movies like, you know, Cinderella and all that, they were bad. They weren't bad. It's just like it was a different perception back then on women and being submissive and everything, and that was the only kind of thing that princesses did was feign innocence.
They're protecting the meant to be damsel in distress.
Was like I'm the damsel in distress kind of bullshit, and like the princesses now in 2018 or on, they're not gonna have that same like freaking predictability, and they're not gonna have that same mindset. They're gonna be independent, they're gonna be stronger, and they're gonna have that thing. They're like, I don't need to have a man to be happy. Like, I'm me and I'm gonna go do whatever. And if a man or a woman wants to join me, then fuck it. Yeah, that's cool. But like, it's not so much gonna take over the story arc, you know? And that's what I like about like modern day Disney princesses. And that's why I liked freaking Princess and the Frog and fucking Brave. Tangled, I did not like because it kind of reminded me of freaking thing, even though it wasn't. I don't know. You can correct me if you want to, but I just didn't like Tangled.
You don't like long hair? What do you have against long hair? Long hair is a superpower.
I don't have anything against long hair. That's not the argument here. I just don't like Tangled. I saw it more than once. So before you say, oh, you didn't really watch it, no, I've seen it. I've seen it more than once. I've seen it probably 3 times, and I still did not like it. I was forced to watch this movie the second and the third time. The first time, it was willingly, and like I said, I didn't like it.
Wow.
And then like last movie I'm gonna say, because I feel like if I'm gonna go on a rant. The last movie that I don't really like.
You are a Disney fangirl. You know that you're the massive fangirl of Disney, aren't you?
The last Disney movie that I don't really particularly like is
Treasure Island.
No, like I like Treasure Island. It was okay. It's not memorable. It wasn't my favorite. You don't even
remember Treasure Island?
I remember Treasure Island. I watched it. It was a movie that I was just like, yeah.
Wait a minute. Wait. Hold up. Was it Treasure Planet? What was it called? Oh, God. Hold up. Was it Treasure Island or Treasure Planet? It was called Treasure Planet, right? That was like,
it was Treasure Planet.
Yeah, it was that one.
I like Atlantis. Atlantis was my shit, dog.
I thought everyone
I
didn't like
loved
that
Atlantis. I loved fuck everybody who didn't like Atlantis. You
Atlant-
suck if you didn't like Atlantis. Atlantis was the coolest Disney movie ever. And so was Anastasia. I don't
Anastasia
care.
is not
I
Disney.
don't care if she's
Hold
not
up.
a princess. I don't care if she's not a princess. She counts. She counts.
Anastasia is a Fox
counts.
property. That's not Disney. Before you even
counts.
I'm just
She
saying.
counts.
Technically, that's not Disney. Therefore, you can't talk Anastasia.
Who the fuck was Anastasia then?
Fox. Like
Fox?
Yes, Fox made it.
Whatever, I still consider her Disney princess.
It's not. Technically, it's not a Disney film. If you look it up, Fox Studios made Anastasia. Fox Animation made it.
I don't care if Fox or freaking Sony or fucking trees made Anastasia. I will always consider Anastasia a Disney princess. Sorry. Okay, because there's no Fox princess. Okay, whatever. I don't care.
But now that you remind me, that's my favorite movie. Disney, it felt like Disney, but then at the same time,
it felt like Disney. It has a very Disney vibe. Well, in some look, when you look at it, it's a princess. You know,
what was
in
that
some
song?
regard.
No, Rasputin. Yeah, that like badass song where he's talking about how to get back at Anastasia. Like,
so good.
Little Anya, beware in the dark.
Don't start singing. Stop. Don't start singing, please. But it was a great movie. Like, it was great. I don't care if it's Fox. Like, I always considered it Disney, and I will always consider it Disney. Sorry. Disney, please buy the rights for Anastasia. Put it in your name, something, because nobody's going to ever remember that it was by Fox. Nobody cares. Like, yeah. But anyway, moving on to your favorite Disney movies and your not-so-favorite Disney movies. Tell me. Tell me.
You mentioned Anastasia, even though technically it's not a Disney movie. It felt like a Disney movie, but therefore.
So that counts as one of your favorites?
That's my favorite because of that song alone. That's like my favorite. Yes, I did see the whole movie. Yes, it was about like the Russian royals or whatever point where maybe like that's not really why it was my favorite movie. It's my favorite movie only because of that one song, of that Rasputin. Like
wow.
I'm not
wow.
kidding. I'm not kidding.
You're so basic. You're so basic. Wow. You suck. It's okay. No. I felt the same way when I saw the Notre Dame, Notre Dame movie.
The
like,
song was in the dark of the night, like, you know, that kind
like
of stuff.
I felt the same way when I saw Notre Dame. I didn't really like the movie, but I liked Topsy Turvy song. That was the only thing I liked about that movie. So I kind of feel you. Topsy Turvy. Da, 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 da. Anyway.
Okay, fine. If we're talking actual Disney movie, that's actually, you know, a Disney movie.
Like, what would you count as something that is your favorite? Like, tell me your favorite Disney. Like, okay, we talked about Anastasia. You said that you liked Moana. Like, what are some more? And then what are your Disney movies that you don't really like? And no, it doesn't count if you've never seen it. Because you can't just see it and be like, I hate it.
I hate movies I haven't seen. But fine. I'll pick another favorite movie, I suppose, at this point. What would it be? Wait a minute. No, Finding Nemo doesn't count. That's DreamWorks.
Disney and DreamWorks did it, right? It was on Disney Channel. It was like fucking just like it was Disney and fucking Pixar, right? Because I remember it being on Disney Channel and they were talking about it like a fuck ton.
I can't tell if Finding Nemo was in Finding Dory. I wonder if the other Disney, right? Is it?
Yeah, they're Disney.
Okay, just making sure. Yeah.
Because Pixar is owned by Disney, isn't it? No? Am I wrong? Am I wrong, audience?
Well,
Am I just pulling a bunch of shit out of my ass?
At this point, yes, I love Finding Dory. That was like the one movie.
Finding Nemo was a shit.
Finding Dory is the one movie I keep on watching, but only because I haven't needs.
I liked Finding Dory, but I didn't like Finding Dory.
I think it was
Like,
amazing. It was like one of the amazing.
no. I'm not saying I didn't like it. I'm saying like I liked it. I like it was cute. I didn't love it like I did the first one. Like when the first one came, I was like, oh my god. But like the second one, I was just like, oh, okay. It was like it wasn't like the Incredibles. Holy fuck. Okay, we're gonna get into the Incredibles later. We're gonna get there. But first,
You have a matchup hard on for Incredible at this
we're
point.
gonna get there. Not yet. Let it simmer. But yeah, yeah. So you like what's it called? You like Finding Nemo. What's
Finding
another one you
Dory
like?
specifically.
Okay, so what's another Disney movie you like?
Another Disney movie I like. Well, I have to rack my brain up a bit. Let's see. Hmm. I kind of like Beauty and the Beast, I have to be honest. It was like a classical Disney cartoon back in the day. Like,
Stockholm Syndrome. I found Beauty Beast extremely creepy
creepy? What the hell was creepy about it?
because you have this giant beast who overpowers a woman, who kidnaps her, who locks her up in his giant, massive fucking castle,
What
and
gives you the
says,
idea
"You
he
have to
kidnapped
live
her?
with me and fall in love with me, or else I'm gonna kill your dad or some shit." It's like he's like holding her captive in his fucking castle and making her do things that she didn't really want to do, and then she starts getting a little bit more accustomed to living life with this fucking horrifying beast person, and then like falls in love with him. Like Stockholm syndrome. If I've never heard of anything, like
Oh, but like, nah. Have you even seen Fantasia, bro? Like,
I have seen Fantasia. Excuse you, bitch. I've seen Fantasia. I
Fantasia
am
was like,
90s.
it
I
was
am
like,
90s to the core. I remember seeing Fantasia in class, and I was the only person hype about it.
you cried.
Everybody was no, like everybody was sleeping. Everybody was like, this is so boring." I was hyped as fuck. It didn't have any words, but I didn't care. It was great.
That was like
I
a
love
purely,
Fantasia.
it was purely like a word. Wait, did it even have a plot? Or was it just?
It was just like Mickey in this weird hat and his little red cute cloak, and he was just like in this world, and he was like music and shit, and it was great. It was like very like wonderful and like freaking just like so imaginative and colorful and shit. And it was so great.
But it was boring to everyone else though. Everyone
Like
else was.
everybody in that motherfucking auditorium was asleep. I was hyped as fuck, and they also gave us popcorn. So
Speaking
fuck
of
that.
which, was there a Fantasia 2? I forgot if there was a sequel. I forgot if they made one. Did they?
I think there was a Fantasia 2000. I think that was a thing. I don't know if they made a sequel after that. I didn't really stay. I didn't stay. I didn't stay with the time. I didn't stay. Updated with the Fantasia universe or
And the
whatever.
question is, where did they even come up with the idea to do Fantasia? Was it like, now I'm
What?
cu- now I'm curious to see where the concept for Fantasia came from in the first place. Was it like, oh, let's make a movie, let's make something that's like not necessarily had plot. It was just for the sake of art. It was just for the sake of music. It seemed like it was for the sake of art, music ish, so to speak.
I think it was just a way for people to relax and see like the wonder of Disney, and just like see that it's so imaginative, and like when you watch it you're just like, oh damn, like you're in this other world, like you feel like it was so like, like I don't know, just watching it just made you feel happy. It was just so like upbeat and shit. Just like, and that's part of what Disney does best. So now that we've discussed some of your favorites, tell me some of the Disney movies that you can't stand.
If there was some Disney movie I can't stand, good God. yeah, Frozen. I can't stand it. It's just like it may be a good movie, but like,
I liked Frozen when it first came out.
but
I liked Frozen when it was just coming out, when it wasn't as hype as now. I liked it then. I thought it was a great movie. I thought the animation was really cool. I loved the music. Like, I loved everything about Frozen. And then like the whole Frozen shit happened and everybody's talking about Frozen and it's just like it was nauseating. Now it's just nauseating to talk about. I
good,
just
good, good God. It was just like, I mean, Frozen, good movie, but the way everybody just ate it up. Like all the marketing, all the toys, and all the like I've seen camp set made out of Frozen. I've seen like cake.
I've seen Frozen shit in the 99-cent store. Like it it was making, kids love fucking Frozen. They had Frozen backpacks, they had Frozen soap, they had Frozen body wash, they had Frozen freaking shampoo. They had everything. I'm pretty sure they have like Frozen fucking pots and pans.
Yeah, of course they do. They have like frozen wine. They have like frozen cakes. They have frozen any
Yeah.
frozen what? What's the weirdest frozen thing I can think of? I don't. Oh, sweatshirt. They have these stupid sweatshirt. That
Frozen sweatshirts kind of make sense though.
what the? I mean, you pull on like this hair thing, and it like how did it even work? They made like no, it was. I'm so confused at that point of what frozen merchandise they make. It's mainly the sheer amount of frozen merchandise I've seen. It's everywhere. It wasn't like this for
Hmm.
other movies. Like I'm not kidding. Frozen was like holy crap. Frozen, Frozen,
It's
Frozen.
because Frozen stayed in the hearts of Americans and other people in the country. And I think Frozen just like had a really big impact on how people saw princesses and stuff. Cause like you have two princesses, one of them doesn't get a man or something. And it's also confirmed that Elsa is a lesbian.
Lesbian? Wait, what?
Yes, the older sister, the blonde one, is a lesbian. It's confirmed. I heard it was confirmed.
I thought that was your sisters. Who?
No, ew, no, not together. The One of them already has her man. Like she found her man. The blonde one, the older one, she's a lesbian. They're not lesbians together because they're sisters. That's gross, and it's Disney. Shame on you. But like, apparently she's a lesbian.
What?
It was confirmed.
Oh yeah, yeah, no, hold on. Give me some. Let's talk about that. What? What was the giveaway? What was no? What? Why is she a lesbian? Is the question.
Well, it wasn't in the movie, or it wasn't stated in the movie that she was. There was no indication that whatever her, like, I wouldn't have gave a shit if she was a lesbian in the movie, or she was like, yeah, I like girls. I wouldn't have cared. I still would have liked the movie anyway, either way. But like now it's just like princesses have this voice and they can be anything they want to. Like they can be gay and happy and proud and independent and just fucking strong as fuck. And that's what I like about modern day Disney princesses, because I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah. And it's just like back then it wasn't anything like that. If you were like, if a Disney princess was a lesbian in like the 1950s, they would have never made a movie about that ever.
They would have crucified you on a stake or something.
The 50s weren't that archaic. The last execution of like any kind of hanging was like in the 20s or something. It was like completely banned. People weren't hanging people in the 50s. I don't know. Not in America. That's like illegal. But maybe in other countries they still do this now. Let us know if they do. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it's banned everywhere. It's illegal.
Yeah, let's not go there. That's a podcast for another day. But let's.
Yeah. Public executions. Come listen in. Ew. Don't. I'm depressed.
go on. Frozen, Disney movie. We gotta get away from this whole can room we just opened.
Frozen, like I said, I liked it in the beginning, and then I slowly inched towards not liking it because of how much fucking popularity it gained over just such a short period of time. It's become so grossly popular where I literally want it to die. Like,
why can't you love the movie even if it's just popular? Can you
like I don't hate it. I just I hate how much popularity it has. Like with Moana, I didn't care because I loved everything about Moana. It's just something about Frozen. It's just like, Jesus Christ, like, when will this give? Like, I don't know. Like Frozen and Moana, like Moana had a different take on me, and like I actually cosplay Moana, so like I connected with her. Like, she's just like so beautiful, and I love her. Moana, if you're listening to this, I love you. Like, I honestly love you, and I'm crying right now. Look at me, I'm such a pathetic bitch.
Is there even a Frozen 2? It's been a while.
Yes, they're making a Frozen 2. It's in works.
Oh.
And she's going to be a lesbian. She's going to have a lover. She's going to have a lesbian lover. I'm waiting. I'm shook.
So you telling me they're going to be lesbian ice powered, like fire and ice? There's going to be...
I don't know how it's going to play out, if there's going to be like lesbian ice. That doesn't make any sense. That absolutely doesn't make any sense. I don't know what lesbian ice is. No, if you do...
It'll be like icy tits. Man, your tits are so cold.
It's Disney, you shameful whore. There's going to be no icy tit. The fuck? Yeah, in a fucking fan fiction or like doujin. But like, there's gonna be no icy tits. Hopefully not. Like, I don't want to see that. She's gonna die of hypothermia.
Do not go on the internet. Do not do Rule 34, please.
Do not Google icy tits. I'm pretty sure you're not going to get something that you'd want. I'm pretty sure you're gonna get some chick with hypothermia or a dead body. Yeah.
No, Rule 34 means if there's something on the internet that porn.
Don't give people the Rule 34. Don't go there. Don't go there. Don't. Don't. I can only warn you. I'm not your mom. I'm not your father, your uncle, or whatever. I'm just telling you. I'm warning you. I'm giving you strong recommendations not to go to Rule 34 website and look up anything relating to Frozen. Or just basically anything, because your childhood is going to be ruined. You are going to be ruined for the rest of your life. I went on there and I searched up Kim Possible porn. I never came back.
Did you really feel your childhood was ruined after looking at it?
I looked up Kim Possible porn because I was very curious, and I was like, holy shit, I'm going to look up Kim Possible porn. And for a very long time, I was very into Kim. Don't judge me. I was very into Kim Possible fanfiction.
Wait. No. Wait. Shut. 2 minutes later. Wait.
I'm sorry, babe. I've never told you.
Wait. Wait.
It's just like 5 minutes of me just laughing.
Wait.
It's not even a podcast anymore.
Wait.
What?
You were into Kim Possible porn.
No, not porn. Fan fiction. It might as well be the same thing, but because I like to read and write. I was like I get more turned on by word. Why am I talking about this in the Disney? This is Disney. Anyway, it's relating to Disney, so it's okay. But like I'm a very reading person. I'm like auditory kind of learner, so I learn from like just listening to shit and like looking at a page or whatever. So like I get turned on by shit that I'm hearing or shit that I'm reading. So I didn't really get turned on when looking at Kim Possible porn. Like, there's a shit ton of it on there, like on the internet, tons of it. But I didn't get turned on by that per se. I went on and like found fan fictions of it, and I was like, "Holy fuck, this is where it's at." And had myself a goddamn field day.
May God have mercy upon your immortal.
It was like my favorite share, like my favorite pairing was Kim was Kim and Shigo, and because I love Shigo, even though she was like the bad guy and she was a bitch, but like she was hot and like she just like there was something about her character like they just didn't explain, and I'm kind of mad about that. But like yeah, like I shipped Kim and Shigo, and I also shipped Kim and Ron because like they're just how do you not ship them like.
How much shipping do you do? Seriously, what are you shipping?
I do a lot of shipping daily. I have no life. Hi, my name is. Hi, my name is Kelsey. Like I have no life. Nice to meet you. Some dude with like some like fucking fedora, and he's like looking at me like, "Who are you?"
Good God in heaven.
Yeah, but like before, I really wanted to get into talking about freaking The Incredibles. The Incredibles are so great. They are amazing. If you don't agree with me, then fuck you. Because I think The Incredibles is one of the best things that's ever happened to Disney.
God. I've seen better than Incredibles.
Stop on The Incredibles, okay? The second one was even better than the first one. Like, it was fucking insane. How did you...
I'm testing your limit of tolerance, my dear.
The Incredibles was great. It had a great plot line. It was like 50s-esque. It had that... It's something about the animation I just fucking adored. And everybody can agree that the fucking Incredibles... I saw it when it like was like the first week it came out.
You fangirl on The Incredibles. And what is it?
I loved it. I fucking loved it. And there was a bunch of children there. And I'm pretty sure all these children that were waiting in this line to go see Incredibles 2 didn't know what Incredibles were. And I was mad.
You were madder than the devil himself for what reason again?
I was mad because these children were waiting in this line for this movie that they probably never even heard of. They never even saw the first Incredibles. They weren't born when the fucking Incredibles came out. And I was standing there like, what the fuck do you know about the Incredibles? Get out! You didn't wait! 15 years, bitch! You didn't wait!
You have an irrational love of The Incredibles.
They didn't wait fucking, what, like 12 years for the shit to come out? They didn't wait that long! They didn't wait half of, like
Really? What the development hell? You would think they'd make a sequel like maybe 3 or 4 years.
No, because like even the first movie, it took them 10 years to make. So even like the animation, because when the first one came out, 3D animation and all of that shit, it wasn't as like, I think Toy Story was the first like actual like that kind of like animated style where they were like, that was the first movie to do that.
You mean CGI?
CGI. And CGI wasn't, it's very expensive to do. And even when Incredibles, like even like years after Toy Story came out, Incredibles was already out. It's already been probably like 6 years for like Toy Story since it came out. And then like the Incredibles when it first, like CGI wasn't as strong, you know, so it still took them a really long time. And they were making it like probably into the like in the 90s and into like, you know, the early 2000s. So it took them a really long time to make because they didn't have technology to really animate shit like they wanted to. And now it's just really easy to do that. So number 2, yeah, it took them 12 years, but you have to understand that they put a lot of work into doing it. And like, even though I waited 12 years, I didn't care because the outcome of it was fucking amazing. It was better than I thought it was going to be. Like, it like over substantiated my expectations, and that's what I like to do. That's what I like for movies to do. If they take a long ass time, it's because they're putting their heart, their soul, and their blood into it. And if it comes out shitty, I'm disappointed because you had 12 years to fucking fix that. You had 12 goddamn years to fix your mistake.
Did you feel like you went to heaven when you saw The Incredibles?
I felt like I was just like, it was bliss for that like hour and a half. Like it was so great. Like I really wanted to see it again, but unfortunately this summer I was extremely broke. So I couldn't go see it again. But it was just like it was great. I loved it.
I can always get a copy. Wink wink.
And Miss Incredible, goddamn. Goddamn. She looked hot. I wanted to be her wife. I was like, God damn, I missed you. Did you get hotter? Did you get hotter over the 12 years that you've been gone? It was incredible. Mrs. Incredible. God damn.
Yes. I'll be Mr. Incredible and you be Mrs. Incredible.
Oh my god, let's do that. Let's cosplay that. Oh my god, I'm so down. Are you down? I'm so down. Let's do it. I'm so down. I'm so down. Don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me.
I'm down.
I'm so down for that. How long have we been talking?
55 minutes.
Holy shit! Is there anything else you want to say about Disney before we log off or
anything
log
that
off?
Was, anything that wasn't incredible, anything that's not getting a cartoon, anything that's not the Incredible. What do we have to say about Disney's acquisition of properties that's not considered traditionally Disney? Marvel.
I love Disney. I will always love Disney. I don't love everything about Disney, but I love Disney. I will always have a soft place in my heart for Disney. And as soon as my babies are pushed out of my pussy, you better damn well believe I am motherfucking buying every fucking Disney movie that ever was made, and I'm gonna make them watch it, bitch. They're going to be cultured.
Are you willing to claim that Disney Corporation has your soul?
They are going to be cultured to a T. They're going to be cultured in the year 2045. Whenever I have children, they're going to be cultured. I'm buying every Disney movie that was ever made, and they're going to watch it, and we're going to watch it together, and then we're going to go cosplay. They're going to be nerd. They're going to be like the best children I've ever had. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm fangirling over having children. I shouldn't do that.
No.
No, but I just can't wait to have children because I'm gonna have 2, so I'm gonna have a daughter. And then she's gonna have a brother, and then she's her brother's gonna protect her, and then they're gonna be really cute. I'm like, oh, my children are so cute. I can't wait.
What's the definition of cute to you? What defines cuteness?
I don't know, but we're getting off topic, and I think we should leave before I start getting on a tangent of how much I want children.
Let's not go there.
He's like, fuck that. All right, guys. Well, we're going to be going now. We'll see you in the debate. And yeah, love you, nerds. Bye.
Bye. And I sign off. Glass Bear speaking.